Hi guys, Blake here today with Lilley's Landing Resort in Marina, beautiful Lake Taneycomo. It is Wednesday the 8th of February. I still don't understand the spelling of February, but and I'm going to do the one cast for you today. We're off the dock again. I wanted to go out. The rain has not permitted it, and I don't have time to sit here and wait for it to stop. So I'm going to start off. They are still running 2 units. It should be slowing down any time now. They're supposed to cut it off at 3. We're getting close to 3 o'clock right now. I've got a pretty good sized split shot there, about 10 inches above a pink power worm on a 100th ounce head. I've got that about 9 foot deep under a bigger weighted indicator. And we're going to see if I can get them to hit the old pink power worm floating here. I've also got a white jig rigged up to throw out there. It's a rainy day. I like throwing white jigs. Don't really have any fishing reports for today. It's been raining all day. I think there was a brief time this morning where it did not rain, but for the first time in a long time, I slept in this morning on my day off, so it was a perfect rainy day to do so. So I missed my morning opportunity without the rain. But casting this indicator rig off the dock right now, and technically we're on the back of the trout machine pontoon, but I'm just doing a good job of making sure my line stays mended and straight. That way I've got a good chance to set the hook if one does bite here. I've never had a whole lot of luck fishing the pink power worm under an indicator when the water's running more than really about 1 unit, but I figured we'd at least try something different since we tried the jigs off the dock yesterday and couldn't get anything to go for that. In the last week or two, they've only ran the water till 1 o'clock, so I didn't even look at the schedule today, but I figured if I came in around 2 that the water would be off and I would be able to at least fish off the dock with the water off, but they are not turning it off until 3 today. And it was a few casts to go, but nothing officially on the first cast. This will be another short one cast today. Probably only go for about 10 or 12 minutes. Unless we're catching fish. I'd be alright with that. Sometimes I have luck if I just cast it right up alongside the dock and let it drift in close to the dock. We'll try that on this cast. With a cast directly upstream, I'll just have to kind of slowly reel the line to keep my tension here. And I'm only guessing that the split shot that I put on there is heavy enough to keep that line straight up and down. That's the idea in running water. When you're throwing something under a float, you've got to have enough weight to keep the rig flowing straight up and down. If it gets drug up at an angle, you'll never reach the depth that you're trying to achieve. Talked to the lady who was fishing off the dock yesterday and catching all the fish while me and Phil were getting skunked, and she said that she has not caught one off the dock today. There are some rainy days that I believe kind of turn the fish off, even though most of the time it seems to help the fishing. It would appear as if maybe the water is beginning to slow down. Oh, that was a bite. Gosh darn it. I was looking at the bluff to see if the water line was dropping and not looking at my indicator. Convenient timing for that fish. But it would appear, at least looking at the buoys, that the water may be slowing down a touch now, which should help us out here. I've done good with the pink power worm under the indicator all the way up to about 1 unit of water. But after that, I've never tried hard enough to figure it out with water going any faster than that, really. I think we'll take a moment. I'm gonna let the water slow down just a touch more. Take a moment to throw the white jig. See if we have any better luck there. This is an 1/8 ounce white jig. Sometimes fishing off the dock, it's just a little easier to use something that's a touch heavier than I would normally fish with, just to try to get it down out there in that deep water, because with 2 units of water running where I just cast is probably 13 or 14 foot deep. And you only got a small window of time to jig in before you got to reel back in again. So getting it down to the bottom a little faster might increase your chances of catching one off the dock with some heavier water running. When you're drifting with the current in a boat, you can go lighter because you have all the time in the world to get the jig to the bottom and just keep flowing with the current. I'm gonna give that jig about 8 seconds or so to sink before I start even working it. Trying to get it right down there on the bottom. Then we'll have this little pizza slice where the jig will be in the right zone. right off the rip, as soon as my jig hits the water, I try to get all that slack line that kind of bends out. I try to get it straightened out with the jig and then allow 6 or 8 seconds for the jig to sink down. You get too much of a bend in your line going downstream and it'll never allow your jig to get close to the bottom like you want it to be. If I was out on the water fishing right now in this rain, I would probably be throwing a jerk bait, and I would probably start with a white one. After our rain passes through today, I think rain chances are out. And maybe a little chance of snow on Friday, last time I looked, but that may have already changed. All right, back to the pink power worm. At least I had a bite on that. We go for a few more minutes. I don't know how many I've gone for already. 12. See the fish starting to move around on the surface out there. The water's slowing down enough for them to get active. Doesn't mean they're eating, just means they're doing some acrobatics. All right, this is my last cast. I'm not gonna continue to bore you to death today here. Okay. That's it. We're calling it quits. We thank you guys for watching today. Like and share us on Facebook, and we will be back out hopefully on the boat tomorrow to do it for you again. See you guys.